Hey guys, Super Gadget Guy here. I was recently notified by QNAP that they have just announced the 4.0 version of the firmware. As you can see, the TS869 Pro I have here is running on version 3.83. And if you go to live update, if you check for it, it doesn't show. But if you go to their website, the QNAP website, go to support and download and find the model number, you can see that they indeed have the latest version 4.0.1 available on their website. And this was published end of May, basically June 1st, and it runs in a hefty 158 megabyte. So this is the fourth major release of the QNAP firmware, and it exists with our old model as well, like the TS809 I have, also have this 4.0. I downloaded it already, as you can see, because the live update doesn't detect it. I don't know if this is done by design, because this is a major release. QNAP wants you to consciously update it, versus an automatic live update. You can just click by mistake and cause havoc with your system. You can still do it manually. You can choose File and select it. If you select the wrong one, the system actually smart enough to know it, but always double make sure your model number is right here, TS869, and the date is 2013, June 4th, and the version number is 4.0.1. You choose and the update system and click OK. And the system does validate it. So as you can see, the update is in progress, and I'll speed up this part of the progress so you can see the new operating system with the QNAP. That's actually the QNAP doing the beeping. Now the on-screen message says, update finished. Do you want to restart the system? Yes. Okay, welcome back. That reboot took a little longer than I thought. I was like, oh, I hope it comes back. And here it is. This is a brand new interface with the QNAP QTS 4.0.1. So the login screen looks very similar. Let's type in the username and password. And I do not want to save. Okay, here we go. Quick start help you understand the features. Whoa, look at this. This is like a virtual desktop within the browser. So this is very, very pretty, at least. So let's hit start, do a little tutorial. Establish connection with a QNAP and upload file. Okay, go. Okay. Create your personal multimedia world. This is the photo station, the new photo station and music station. Home theater, enjoy HD movies with a DLNA media server. Okay, very nice presentation. Create your own personal cloud space. My QNAP cloud. Okay. File synchronization. Now, from just seeing these features here, this one I'm most interested in because you can actually do an active sync between your devices and your QNAP system. You can sync folders and other devices connected. So this will be a very interesting feature I look forward to play with. And so far the interface, display this window next time you log in. Nope. I guess that's the beeping of this QNAP to warn you, like, oh, you might not show up this again. This is a very interesting presentation because this is more of a hybrid of feels of like a desktop and Android apps. So you can see before it feels like administrator. You still have a desktop like you will administrator a bunch of VM machines but this is very cool looking. Main menu, everything just like pops up, hides away, and warnings, relaunch, and you can clear it. Errors, warnings, okay, I'll clear it, and the count goes off, and you can refresh. No external device connected. Background task running. Language function, you can select it right here. Dashboard. Here we go. It can show you this is a quick access of your system resource monitor. Before, you have to do at least 4 or 5 clicks. I don't remember. You have to go here, go to system resources, and then monitor, and it takes forever to load up. And this is basically show you that the A drives, so there are no errors detected, and uptime is only 6 minutes because I just did a restart. CPU usage extremely low, RAM usage extremely low. Only LAN 1 is active, LAN 2 are not connected. So you can see, so at a glance, this is a very cool overview of your system. And right now, all A drives are single RAID 6 and it's ready to be used. 4.5 terabytes available, pretty neat. And scheduled task right here, temperature monitor. This is pretty cool looking, and you just click off and it goes away. That's cool. Let's look at the control panels. It just pops up, and can we minimize it? And it stays up here as a tab that's open. So if we go to HD station, that's part of the control tabs, okay. File station, it opens up as a new tab, and I can do swap back and forth, and can move it all the way. So this is like a virtual desktop, so you can do multitasking. Before, you operate as different tabs within the browser, but now it operates as a virtual desktop within your browser. So you have one browser tab to manage everything. This is pretty cool. So let's look at the control panels. This is the file browser. Okay, control panels. We can close it right here as well. Okay, so let's maximize it. Okay, so let's go to overview. Okay, this is pretty much the same. General settings, server name, storage manager. That's a little bit different because before it's disk and volume, and then now it's loading. Okay, all loads, and you can see drive 1 through 7 is part of the RAID, and drive 8 is the spare. Pretty cool. So this way I can actually, the RAID array can suffer 2 drive failure, and as soon as this one is built, they can suffer another drive failure. So worst case scenario, 2 drives. A good case, 3 drives before I can get to it, because this one will start rebuild as soon as it detects 1 drive failure, and the RAID 6 itself can suffer 2 drive failure without losing the RAID integrity. So RAID manager, hard drive smart. This part I feel like the loading is a little bit slower than before, but the interface is definitely pretty. And using this, yeah, while loads is still not responsive. I wish it's more responsive. But using this, feels more like using a desktop. That is really cool. Security, hardware, power, notifications. Everything feels the same. Privilege setting. It's just the interface has been revamped a lot, which is pretty cool. And let's look at it. And you can reorganize these. So you can see VPN. Let's enable OpenVPN on each one. OpenVPN 192.168.1. Apply. So the Cloud Link is in beta. Okay, fine. Let's play that later. Elephant Drive, Amazon Web Services, Cloud Link. No. Okay, so we can close this. It feels the same. So Qsync. This is the new feature that you can sync with devices and computer. So there's a Q file that you can download on your Android and iOS device, allow you to back up your device to your QNAP. So this is pretty cool because I have the free iCloud backup, which runs at 5 GB, but I have like 5 iOS devices, so basically that gets overloaded quickly. This way I can have a local backup. I need to play this out to see how it works, and you can see number of user and devices, but it's currently enabled. It needs to load up on the devices. I need to create this so you can see. This is, I don't have any device linked up to this, but you can see how cool it is. Basically, you can administer device backup, and this will allow you to manage iOS and Android devices, manage their backup locally. So before, there's ways to do it. You can install Crash Plan on the device and on QNAP, and then use that. But this is a more direct. I like it. I need to try it to see how it works out in practice. And this sort of slide sort of thing makes it very similar to iOS, and slide to turn on or off. It's pretty cool. And that's basically, I'm disabling those apps because I never use it. And you can get more. I want to install digital TV station. It's definitely cool, and then they have a better category. Let's see the beta tab. Ruby on Rails, that's new. So it's definitely expand the apps. I'm very happy to see that the I got failed to download. To see QNAPs are working, and the QNAP community is working to bringing more apps to the QNAP system. And failed download, and then they have a better category of apps that separate out. QNAP utilities. That's a QNAP website. Okay. Mobile app. Okay. And what are these dots? Oh, you have multiple desktops. That's cool. I wonder if this might work if I have a tablet and I actually will have swipe gesture to get this. That's cool. I wonder if I can create shortcut of, let's say, place system status on the outside. Oh, it's right there. And it has a more detailed system status. Can I pin this on the outside? No, it does not. So only allow you to go one layer, and you can move this to the next one. So this can be a status. Oh, stay on page. Bring me back, bring me back. I used the gesture setting on to go back the browser, and that confused it. Okay, let's go back. Page is fine. So now the second desktop I created has the monitors. Yes, this doesn't download. I need to probably restart it so I can check it. So they're allowed. So this is really cool. So you see all the apps. Oh, it actually stays open. Okay, that's really cool. This is really cool. DNS server cannot resolve hosts. Some application. Okay, I need to set up a DNS server on this. So essentially, this control panel is exactly the same as before, but now you have the option of creating desktop icons, so you don't have to access this control panel. For example, I want this desktop to be basically, doesn't allow you to drag it, but I wanted to have, let's say, user management all the time. So I would create a desktop icon on the second screen called users. So this way, instead of a 2-click or 3-click to get to the user page, I can just go here and click on users, and user panel opens within the control panel. So this is basically allow you to play shortcut, and the icon they choose is really cool. I wonder if you can rename it. No, you cannot rename it. So the modification, and you can do one layer deep. For example, of the system status app, or you call it the shortcut, brings the system information as a default. But if I wanted to load up the system services as a default one, you can't. But you can minimize it, and then next time you can just go here and then see which service needs to be enabled or disabled, say quick status, and you always have this sort of system dashboard that's in front of you. You can get a quick look at what's going on, which users online, how long they've been online, system status, real quick, RAM load, maybe you need to upgrade the RAM, or there's some runaway process that's eating your CPU. But generally, I don't know, this is functionality wise, they brought in the Qsync as in beta, so I need to try it out. This is the new functionality they added, and the personal cloud service, my QNAP cloud, this is also new, they added, and more app support added to the QNAP system. So the apps are now more organized. So these are just some of the new features that bringing with QTS 4.0. But overall, it is a much pretty interface and operating system for the QNAP system. So it actually has an extra abstraction layer so that you're not feel like you're administer a storage system. Feels like you're using an Android app or iOS app or your own, like another virtual desktop. So this is pretty cool, and the icons are very easy to understand. And you always have this sort of dashboard here available. So that's very, very interesting, and I can't wait to actually play with the Qsync, which I'm very interested in. And once I got the VPN set up, I want to play with the QNAP cloud feature. So those two are the ones I'm mainly interested in. Everything else, I don't know. HD stations, I still need to move it and connect to my HD TV to see it. But this one is an 8-base system. It's not small. And to me, connected to a HD TV, it seemed to be out of place, but it definitely fits inside my home theater system. So I need to spend time and move it. But this is pretty cool. You got a little clock down here, so you can see this is June 18th, 9:41 p.m. So it's getting kind of late. This is pretty cool. And users right here, you can change your password, restart, shutdown, and I can log out. So this is very cool. So this is a brief first review of the QNAP QTS 4.0.1. And thanks for watching. If you want to compare to the old QNAP system, the 3.8, you can check out my other video on reviewing the 3.8 firmware. And thanks for watching.